So I decided to bring this up, and I believe that a lot of people are going to relate to this. This is Biafra at 53. IPOB has destroyed the Biafran spirit. Igbos must restore it by Churchill Okonkwo. He said, Igbos should therefore not allow our political, emotional, and cultural consciousness to be plagued by a homegrown nemesis. Rather, we should speak out in unionism against indigenous people of Biafra, collateral damage to the Biafran spirit, the Igbo brand in Nigeria. This 53rd anniversary of the declaration of Biafra is an excellent time for Igbos to come together and protect and preserve our common resources, the Biafran spirit. In Igbo cosmology, there are many gods, small letter G, e.g. Amadioha, the god of thunder, Ani, the earth goddess, Indimili, the lady of the waters, Ukpaka Ndam, African oil being that protects kindreds of the dam, Ogugu, a female god, and many other. It is very common in Igbo land for someone to be in good stead with one god and not the other. As such, Ogugu could kill a person despite an excellent relationship with Udo. The Igbo socio-political landscape has produced godlike figures like the gods in Igbo cosmology. Examples include Chief Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the Zik of Africa, Mike Okpara Chukwuemeka Odimegu Ojukwu Ikemba Nnewi, Chief Sam Mbakwe Chinua Achebe, and many others. Akin to the Igbo cosmology too, despite the excellent relationship of Igbos with these godlike figures that we have come to love and admire, Igbos are witnesses and witnessing our slow annihilation after we embraced the cancerous ideology of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. To say that Igbo land is in grave danger is an understatement. We are currently facing a self-inflicted annihilation. The Igbo nation has been hoodwinked by a group who is not only erratic, but one that is led by an embattled and a paranoid leader who is going down the tubes and is hell-bent on dragging the entire Igbo land down as well into the pit. Their political ineptitude, mediocrity, indiscipline, and also ethnic bigotry is legendary and destructive. This is, therefore, one of those pieces that I set out writing with the future Igbo generations on my mind. It is for the sake of the future of Igbos in Nigeria, for our children and grandchildren, that I, once in a while, step in to present a different narrative, an insider view of the inside on the state of Igbo land. On the remembrance of Biafra at 53, I am particularly worried about a generation in Igbo land that is being fed with so much misinformation and outright lies that it may take an eternity to rectify all of these anomalies. The main purpose of IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra's campaign of misinformation, is to confuse many Igbos with contradictory lies that will be repeated here and there until Igbos, Biafrans, do not know what the truth is anymore. For years, Igbos have allowed the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu, to spread lies that have poisoned the trust between us and the rest of the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. The cutting words of IPOB is worse than a bowstring. While a cut may heal, the cut of the tongue does not. Ultimately, what the indigenous people of Biafra have succeeded in doing is only to stir up hatred between Igbos and the rest of the ethnic groups in Biafra land and the rest of the people in Nigeria. So I stand bold to state that the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Nnamdi Kanu, is a disease. The lies and the venom that they are vomiting through Nnamdi Kanu do not have to make sense to be successful or to be classified as a disease. IPOB tends to make frequent reference to other groups in Nigeria, usually in terms of outsiders and enemy, we against them tactics. Most often, this reference is accompanied by a fear factor, a xenophobic perspective, fear of strangers, fear of people that is meant to heighten ethnic tension amongst Biafrans and amongst some other tribes in Nigeria. This contributes to the creation of the us versus them. Social divisions in Nigeria. They use a variety of tools and tactics to increase this schisms or cleavages in society at every given opportunity. It is a deadly disease. There are two specific reasons why I am worried about the slippery slope the Igbos are on. One is that the bog of misinformation and propagation of conspiracy theories and alternative facts has caught the educated and the enlightened strata of the Igbo race. The second is that Ryun is a destination towards which the indigenous people of Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu have pushed all Igbos politically, economically, socially, and religiously. According to Chinua Achebe, stories are not always innocent. They can be used to put you in the wrong crowd. And the party of the man who has come to dispossess you, IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, and Nnamdi Kanu have not only disposed of Igbos of their place in the community of ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, but they have also destroyed our trademark, the Biafran spirit. A family is like a forest. When you are outside, it is dense. When you are inside, you see that each tree has its place. I am a member of the family, and I can tell my brothers and sisters without hesitation that IPOB has destroyed the Biafran spirit. Ashes fly back into the face of him who chose them. On this occasion, marking Biafra at 53, Igbos should stop throwing ashes with IPOB. The message from Biafran heroes to Igbos who are not speaking out against the desecration of the Biafran spirit is that Igbo will continue to be incapacitated and paralyzed. The message to my Igbo brothers from Biafran heroes on this special commemoration of Biafra 53 is that Igbos must ditch their blind support of the divisive political ideology completely. Do not let anyone keep deceiving you that Biafra is coming tomorrow. The Biafran heroes told me to tell Igbos that it is not coming, at least not at packaged and promoted as IPOB are doing at the moment. On this occasion marking Biafra 53, the Biafran heroes want Igbos to remember that knowledge without wisdom is like water in the sand. They told me to remind Igbos that a chattering bird builds no nest. They are reminding us that knowledge is like a garden. If it is not cultivated, it can be harvested. It cannot be harvested. Biafran heroes told me to tell Igbos that even though the Biafran spirit is enigmatic and indestructible, we must not allow IPOB to drag its good name to the mud. Finally, the Biafran spirit is everything that IPOB is not. It is a forward-looking, while IPOB is still looking back to 1960s. Biafran spirit is progressive. IPOB is retrogressive. Biafran spirit is fearless. IPOB fears even flies. Biafran spirit is loving and unifying. IPOB is divisive and filled with hatred and anger. Biafran spirit is positive and truthful. IPOB propagates lies and fears. Igbo should therefore not allow our political, emotional, and cultural consciousness to be plagued with a homegrown nemesis. Rather, we should speak out in unionism against IPOB's collateral damage to the Biafran spirit, the Igbo brand, in Nigeria. The 53rd anniversary of the declaration of Biafra is an excellent time for Igbos to come together and protect and preserve our common resources. Together, we can. This is by Okonkwo and a Biafran, but it has a different ideology, understanding as regard the pursuit for freedom that is right now spearheaded by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and of course the other comrades. Like I do say, the backbone of this movement are the members, the progressive-minded ones, the clear-minded ones of the indigenous people of Biafra. It's so terrible that these people, educated as they are, cannot come together and relate if there are mistakes or certain things that they think they should correct or speak, or is it that they believe that Nnamdi Kanu will not listen to them? That is above correction. No man is above correction and no one is perfect. But there is something that I want us to hold on to before the end of this, is this. There is nothing that's going to put an end to Biafra. And I want to believe that right now, IPOB is on the forefront of this battle to break the shackles, at least to open up the eyes of you out there, and some people that have been miseducated or do not understand certain things. Yes, some people might decide to correct some history. History can be something that people keep repeating and you believe it is true. But with some few facts here and there, people can even do academic research of these things. And with this, it helps build a stronger community, stronger country, and stronger people. I don't know what your thought is about this. I don't know what your thought is about this. It is terrible. It is deep. And I want you guys to comment about what Churchill Okonkwo has said. Do you think behind Churchill Okonkwo is a true man, worried? Or you think Churchill Okonkwo is simply a stooge of this Amajiri Fulani, or is it simply Hausa Fulani that is just the problem? I don't want to believe so. I believe there are people that are also kinsmen of a lot of people listening to this, and somehow they do not like the idea. And I will leave you finally with this. During the Civil War, do not think that there weren't Biafrans, Igbos that were on the other side. They were. If you want to find out this, go and research more, and you realize that there is more that the heist is actually saying. But I believe that it doesn't matter whoever, here and there, dots here and there, that might want to break the people. It will be an exercise in futility, because Nigeria is a contraption, a fraud, and it must break.